just kidding. I think you hit the nail on the head in the fact that yes, there's an enormous problem, and I think it's a global issue. In the sense that we had some degree of recession before we even started because the oil price was beginning to go down. Then COVID hit. And COVID actually kind of really made it even worse in terms of economic downturn. Then after COVID, while we thought we were kind of getting out of the economic issues because sales of oil the price of oil was going down, then we now had this Ukrainian war. And the Ukrainian war has now changed the dynamic, even though the price of oil has gone up, which means our revenue is to be a lot better. So, what am I saying? A lot of us think Nigeria is very rich. Nigeria is not very rich. We're actually, sometimes we're struggling quite a bit because we don't fund most of what we put in our budget. I think you know that. Everybody knows that. We don't fund most of what we put in our budget. So, part of it is that what we even fund, a lot of it doesn't get to where it's supposed to get to. So we have the biggest challenge with corruption. That's one. The second way I will answer your other question is that 2023 is a crossroad for Nigeria, is a turning point for Nigerians in terms of whether we want to have a better country or we want to continue the same. We want to continue with the same. So again, I would urge people to not stick to the old belief that, it's just a waste of time to get PVC, election don't count. Just look at what happened in Osun, what happened in Ekiti. And there's some movement in the country, even including youth, that I'm actually quite surprised by. Okay, let me now say the last part of the question. I think the broken institutions need to be fixed. Our institutions are broken. I'm sure you saw the judgment about the judges in the country that were being paid the same salary for almost 20 years, or they had not had a salary revision in almost 10 years. So how do you have a judicial system where the judges are not compensated well? Of course, they will be at the mercy of the other group in terms of their ability to deliver on their jobs. So judicious, we need to fix the institutions. That's one. Obviously, corruption is cliche. We need to fix corruption. We have to start somewhere. The third part of it is that we need to put people that understand leadership, management, and that understand what governance is about in positions. You don't have to know everything, but you need to surround yourself with people that can get things done for you. Because I think a lot of time people get into position, they're now thinking of what to do. You need to be ready with a plan, get into the office, surround yourself with strong people that are very sharp to help you drive your agenda. Until we begin to do that, we still have a long way to go in Nigeria. But this is part of the movement. We're beginning to see that. And I always say it. If somebody told me 5 years ago that I was going to be in politics, I would say, oh, hell no. Because that's the way people that are professional, that have competence, have been brainwashed. Politics is for rogues, for people that are not educated. It's not true. Politics is life. And if you want to be able to change things, you have to be part of the process. And that's why someone like me got involved. It's an uphill battle, but we have to start somewhere. And I'm ready to fight the fight. Thank you very much.